Okay, welcome to your special Saturday night. Usually I don't do weather video on Saturday night, but because it's been extremely cold, we have to talk about that because this is what it got down to. Actually, might have gotten even colder than this, but this was at around 4 a.m. At Westhampton. It got to -6 there. You could see there on the screen. So, yeah, quite chilly. And we're going to look at the lows on the map. Really just, and we still have the cold weather advisory. That's still in effect. We got storm warnings across the offshore, and take a look at freezing spray advisory and a heavy freezing spray advisory for some areas of the Jersey Shore. Take a look at that. Heavy freezing spray till 6 a.m. Monday because of the winds and because of the extreme cold temperatures. So, yeah, quite unusual for sure. So, yeah, let's get to it and talk about these temperatures now. Last night was pretty chilly outside. It was 12 degrees. Walking home last night, and even in the alley. Nope, that's tonight. That's not tonight. It's 23. Tonight's a lot better, but it was in the alley. It was 18 degrees. So, and it got down to the teens in the alley. But anyway, you can see temperatures are in the upper teens again across the area, and not seeing any radiational cooling because the winds are stronger tonight because of the storm that is missing us. But let's go take a look at these low temperatures here. And yeah, look at that. How about 9 below at Westhampton? Yeah, 9 below. That is a low at Westhampton. Pretty crazy. Islip got down to 1. And gets negative numbers in Brookville. It's like 5 at Farmingdale. Got down to 5 at Farmingdale. So yeah, that's quite remarkable. The city only got down to like 12 and 10. It's probably similar to what my alley got. But still a really very bitterly cold night. Oh, Shirley got down to -2 as well. So, and then we look at the other cold spots in Jersey. Miller Air Park got down to 8 below. And, yeah, lows in the single digits. It was absolutely very cold last night with that radiational cooling. And yeah, 9 below there at Westhampton. So that is the coldest spot. I'm not surprised. The high temperatures today were only we did make it to the 20s, but not that far into the 20s. Only low 20s. High of 21 at Islip and 23 if you were in Jersey and 24 if you were in Central Park. Yeah, quite that low at Westhampton is quite remarkable. I want to look at that again here. That -9. That's jeez. So you can see here. Let's take a look and see how. Let's see. Actually, when did they hit it? Oh, yeah, no, we got to go back more. So here we go. They went below 0 around 1 a.m. last night and then stayed below 0 for most of the night there. No wind, calm winds. Look at that. -8 or 9 below. That is extremely cold. But look how quick the temperatures rose, though. Once the sun came up and the temperatures went from like 8:15 it was 0, and then by 9 o'clock it was already 14. So, yeah, that's a pretty rapid rise. When the winds picked up. And so that radiational cooling is very interesting. You can see there's a wind gust of 40 miles an hour, and the winds will start picking up with that storm. And, we have a coastal flood advisory from 5 a.m. to noon on Sunday, as well as the cold weather now advisory until effect 10 a.m. Sunday. So now it's been extended, the cold weather advisory. And then you can see the other advisory. Here's that freezing spray. There's a gale warning in effect, and then there's a freezing spray, heavy freezing spray warning. Until 6 a.m. Monday. Wow, that's very rare to see that. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with here. And tonight, I guess I don't have it up. Whatever, it's not important. Tonight we have some high clouds around. Whoops, that's my computer bugging out again. Tonight we have some high clouds moving up, and this is from the storm. Again, today we had sun and high clouds mixed. And some jet chunk in there, too. But this is the storm. Take a look at that storm really starting to bomb out now. I bet there's lightning in there, too. Take a look at this here. Do a nice long loop here. Take a look at that. So that's your storm right there. And, yeah, we can run it on the lightning. Let's see if there's any lightning in there. Oh, yeah, there is. Quite a bit, actually. Quite a bit of lightning activity in the storm. So, yeah, that's what's going on with the storm. And then you got the ocean effect that's going on over in Florida. So it's the other thing. Florida is going to be very cold. And you can see still got the winter storm warnings in effect for the mid-Atlantic and all these cold weather warnings. It's 50 in Boca Raton right now. That's very cold. And Tampa is, let's see if we can find Tampa here. It should be around here. 41. Well, it's around Tampa, right? I think so. Yeah, very, very cold temperatures. Very unusually cold temperatures. And it's going to be interesting. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. But it's going to be really something how cold it's going to get in Florida for sure. But you could see all those cold weather advisories and the winter storm warnings that are in effect. We'll just go to the radar. Take a look at our storm. So here's your storm here, and you can see the snow coming down in eastern North Carolina and parts of South Carolina. So very remarkable, and so very, very interesting. Actually, I want to put the weather hazards back up for a minute because I want to get it back up. Because I want to look at some observations from this area and see what kind of winds they're getting. 51 mile an hour gust at Outer Banks. Looks like they had a peak gust of 51 over there. So that's where the strongest winds are. So it is stirring up the ocean. And look at these temperatures, 20s, even into South Carolina. That is really cold. So anyway, looking at the law. Yeah, we already looked at the CONUS view. So let's just do our statistics for today at iSlip. No records were broken. Oh, there is a record. Let's see. Record low temperature set at iSlip was 0. And that broke the old record of 3 set in 2019. So we did set a record low at iSlip today. And high of 21, which was 39, which was 18 degrees below normal. The low of 0, which is a record low, 24 degrees below normal, putting us 20 degrees below normal for the day. So our storm just moves on out. It doesn't really. The only impacts are going to be coastal, and not really. It's just going to be a windy day tomorrow. So let's go to the HRRR. I don't think we'll need a wind advisory. We're probably just going to get out of it. But there's the storm. Basically, it'll brush the Cape, but we're not going to see any accumulation. Probably not even one flake from it. Dew points and wind flow, obviously, still we need to deal with that north flow tomorrow, and that's going to keep the cold air locked in place for tomorrow. And it's going to feel colder tomorrow than it was today because the winds are going to be stronger, and the temperatures aren't going to be similar to what we had today. So probably only going to have highs in the 20s, low to maybe mid-20s, and that's about it. That's after tonight won't be as cold because we're not going to get the radiational cooling. We'll probably get lows perhaps in the probably 5 to 10, probably around 10 probably. So cloud cover, we're going to be dealing with cloud cover from the storm. That's the main effect here. You can see the high clouds that will be over us tomorrow. But there will be sunshine and a high cloud mix probably for tomorrow. So let's go to the winds. Just talk about that again briefly for tomorrow. Just go to the windy model here and show the winds. And in the core of this storm, well offshore, you're going to have winds gusting to 60 miles an hour. But for us, because the storm is further away, we're not going to see those really strong winds. Maybe a gust close to 40, but probably just shy of needing a wind advisory. On the Cape, you probably need one. The worst of it's going to be offshore. Let's go to the wind gusts. Not the waves. Let's go to the waves here. Where's it? I just have trouble finding it. Here it is. And you can see we're going to be dealing with some rough oceans tomorrow. So that's the main thing. Impacts are going to mainly be coastal from this storm. But other than that, just going to notice a wind day with a mix of sun and high clouds probably for tomorrow. So that is what we're looking at for tomorrow. So I guess that wraps it up. Good night, and we'll talk about next week tomorrow night. And no end in sight to this. There's no end in sight to this deep freeze that we are in.